So today we're going to be doing a 10-year rebuild of the Detroit Tigers. Yep, one of the worst teams in the league, a team that's just kind of been stagnant for quite some time. They got a really good farm system, and I think we can definitely turn this team around. So I hope you do enjoy it. Of course, if you do, hit that thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, get in the comment section. Let me know what team we should rebuild next. Let's get into it. Okay, roster's below me, and that's the user ID. With this team, like I said, there are a lot of good young players, so I feel like this is one of those that we're going to wait a few seasons before we full send it to try to get some good players into the team. So I'm not necessarily going to go out and try to get, a Fernando Tatis season 1 or season 2. Maybe even wait till like season 3, season 4, and let some of these like young prospects really develop, because I feel like that's kind of the way this team is set up. I feel like they have a lot of players right now that we could try to flip at the deadline or, at the start of next season and try to get someone in return, or even just flip them now and just really tank this year. So I know Daz Cameron is starting to warm up a little bit in the majors. Obviously, Akil Baddoo. You've got a couple other youngsters like Torkelson, Dylan Dingler. You've got Mize, Manning. Who else? A couple other starters that just starting to scoop ball. And then, of course, Wilson Ramos was just sent down or DFA'd. So we can make a couple changes to the team. I'm actually thinking about just doing that now. So yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm gonna trade Wilson Ramos and Kristen Stewart for O'Neal Cruz. So there's a kind of a shortstop for the future. I'm thinking about rocking with Haas or Rogers or Grainer for the seasons to go for foreseeable future. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm prepping for our future. This trade should not work. Isaac Paredes, Kale Casho, whatever, and Jacoby Jones for Nolan Gorman of the Cardinals. Seems legit. Let's do it. All right, that's gonna be our team. No more trades. I'm prepping for the future. I'm thinking that's probably the best move. What I'm thinking though is I know Nolan Gorman worked out quite a bit this offseason. I'm becoming a second baseman. So maybe O'Neal Cruz at short for the future, Torkelson at third, and then Gorman at second. Did I say Nolan Gorman was working out at second base? Maybe I said a different name. I feel like I said that, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Gorman at second, Torkelson third, Cruz at short for the future. First base is a question mark, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, this is the team. It's not good. I know it's not good. We're going to leave it as is. It also looks like the CPU changed my team a little bit. I don't like that. I signed Matt Kemp 1-year deal as that 26th man, but yeah, we're just going to leave it. I definitely want to kill Baddoo in, but man, is he not good against lefties. So yeah, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like this. Honestly, this first couple seasons, I just want like the young players to develop, and then our pitching staff currently looks like this. I didn't touch it at all. I love that the CPU is changing things. Let me see something. User settings, mode specific. The only thing I have on auto is scouting. That's it. That's the only thing that's on manual. That's the only thing, or on auto. Scouting is the only thing on auto. That is the only thing the CPU should touch, but whatever. Let's get into it. Okay, first draft, Ted Becker with the 3rd overall pick. Third baseman. Dang, that's a good pick. So well-rounded. Good speed, fielding, hitting stats. Kind of cluttered at third base, but we'll make it work. 77 potential for this pitcher. Not the best, but then we got Randy Eaton with the 80 potential. Owen Humber, 84 potential. And then we've got Douglas Kelsey, Matt Enriquez, and Lou Alvarado. Overall, I'd say a pretty good draft. So 71 and 91. Actually, not too bad. I was expecting like 50 wins, 60 wins. I'll take it. I mean, like I said, I don't want to compete too early. I don't think we're going to be like the worst team in baseball either. Yeah, the Orioles were worse than us, and then there were a couple teams worse than us in the National League. But like I said, this is a team we're going to take some time to build up. Probably at least 3 seasons. I don't necessarily see us competing anytime sooner. I don't at all. So awards really quickly. We've got Stanton and Alonso. Only 37 home runs. I'm used to seeing like this, 57 home runs from Stanton. Bauer and Sale with the Cy Young. Batting titles, okay. Jansen and Hendricks. Hendricks, I feel like wins it every single year. And then, of course, our rookie of the years in Franco and Jonathan India. So let's kind of see, what do we have here? Julio Teheran got sent down. Understandable. Definitely understandable. Anybody else from the major league roster gets sent down? Bo Burrows had a couple innings, and that's really about it. So Tyler Alexander. I think he's going to be one of those that we kind of need to let develop. I know he's 26 years old, but let's give him some time to develop. Tarek Skubal got no innings. Manning got no innings. Daniel Norris, we'll see how he does. I'll keep him around. Derek Holland, no thank you. Not great either. I mean, for the most part, besides Michael Fulmer, it was pretty bad with the pitching staff. Matthew Boyd was solid. He's probably someone that I probably should maybe bring back and trade. That's probably what I should do. And then looking at the rest, not terrible. Obviously, I want Casey Mize to develop, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. You know, the big thing I'm looking at is let's just let these players develop. You know, players like O'Neal Cruz, Torkelson. But the issue is now that they're getting called up, they're using their options. And we only have a couple seasons without them like running out of options. So now we kind of have to be smart about it. And we got to figure out what we're going to do with them. Because like they're obviously not MLB ready just yet. Maybe another season. But like I would have rather them not be on the 40-man. And then that way we don't waste an option. So because next year they're going to have two options. So either we have to use them next year or we have to use them season 3. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. And we'll go from there. So there's that. I want to see where Gorman's at now. He's a 72. So actually by season 3, we might be able to get Gorman, Torkelson, and Cruz into the team. I'm also hoping Daz Cameron kind of develops. I kind of want to get him into the team too. So a lot of players really sucked this year. Jonathan Scope being one of them. I was kind of hoping we could get another year out of Scope and maybe flip him next year. Maybe not. But we'll figure something out for sure. So heading into the offseason, Matt Kemp. I didn't even look at really what he did. 10 games, 7 hits. It's not too bad. Okay. Let's see here. Anybody? I'll bring back Norris. Let's do 2 years. We'll do a little club option here. We'll bring this up like that. 3 mil. Mizara. Who do we have? Like, okay, again, we're not really looking to compete. So let's just bump this down. We'll give him, what does he want? He wants like 7.2. We'll do that. We'll do a little club option just in case he does do well. Then we can keep him. And Jose Arena didn't do terrible. Again, let's just, let's keep him around. We'll do a 1 year for Arena. We'll put him in the rotation. Because again, I'm not looking to compete this year. I'm kind of just waiting things out, letting the prospects develop. So I'm gonna let Scope go though. There's no point in bringing him back. That was just a terrible year. He was garbage. So 40 man. Maybe Ladwig, but everybody's getting brought back. I think Matthew Boyd is someone that I'm gonna flip next year for sure. I might not bring back these like D potential guys, but I'm definitely thinking Boyd gets flipped just because there's no point in keeping him. He's really not going to be in the team by the time all these prospects are ready to go. So, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go out and sign anybody too good. Probably, like someone like a Marisnik or something like that. Just someone that can fill a spot, because season 2 and season 3 probably just going to be bogus seasons anyways. Let's get to season 2. All right. The Phillies seem to always draft really good young closers, so I'm going to steal it from them. I'm going to trade Michael Fulmer and Jose Cisneros, mostly because I feel like I always have Michael Fulmer as a reliever, and Jose Cisneros kind of extra because I went a little crazy on some relievers this offseason. So Rob Myers, Zach Warren, you guys can see him here. They look actually pretty decent. I think Zach Warren's already part of the farm system, but Rob Myers was definitely someone they drafted. So that might be it, because I want to show you the team now. Okay, so this is our team. What I'm thinking is let's keep Matthew Boyd as long as possible. I feel like he's been here the whole time. I know I said I was going to trade him, but I feel like he's been here the whole time. Let's keep one player here for as long as we possibly can. I feel actually, yeah, let's do that. I feel like Spencer Turnbull, he's a little bit younger. Maybe we could flip him. And then Mizen Skubal I want to keep. As you can see, we brought in Tanner Roark, 2 mil, super cheap. Cam Bedrosian, 3 mil. He had a really good year last year. I don't expect the same thing, but who knows? He could surprise me. Durbin Feltman was a Rule 5 pickup. Same with Birdie. And then these two guys were already here before. Looking at the lineup, I mean, Freddie Galvis came in for 6 mil, but that was really about it. And Jankowski just came in for 2 mil. I didn't go too crazy. Like I said, I really just want our prospects to develop, especially with this Owen Humber guy who was a third baseman. I moved him to, no, not him, not Humber. I lied. He's going to stay third baseman. I did move someone though. I moved Where's my first pick? Where's my first pick? There he is. Ted Becker. I moved him to first base. He had first, third, and second as his positions. So now he's just a first and second baseman, I guess. I guess. I need to make third base a secondary position as well. But outside of that, I didn't really change much. The only other thing that I did change was now Nolan Gorman, who needs to be in AAA. I need to clear this out a little bit. I made him a second baseman, so that boosted up his rating a little bit too. So yeah, I think that's about it. I feel like that's all I need to do besides give Boyd an extension. Yeah, I feel like he's the only one that needs an extension. I'm gonna do a 3-year, almost 10 mil. Dang, that's a lot of money. But you know what? I feel like it's okay. We'll do a club option on the last year. We'll see if he takes it. Whatever. We'll just go. 3 years, he'll be 34. Yeah, I mean we'll take the chance. We'll is that good enough? How about 33? Is that good enough? There. Okay. And then the only other one that I'm unsure about is Robbie Grossman. So I actually might trade him now because I'm not gonna bring him back. He wasn't great last year. Let me see what I can get for him. All right, we're gonna get Bobby Miller of the Dodgers straight up for Robbie Grossman, which means we actually do have an outfield position open, which to be honest, I'm okay with. That's fine. Who can we sign up? Ben Gamble's usually good for a season or two. Boom. No, you want a longer contract? I bet you just want a little bit more money. 5 mil, how does that sound? Deal. There he is. He's just gonna hop in on the bench most likely because that's where Robbie Grossman was. I'll just throw Badu in left field, and that's the team. Like I said, I didn't change much. I'm cool keeping the certain players around and like keep Boyd around. Obviously, my Skubal and then some of these relievers. I want to see how they do. But for the most part, let's just let those young players develop and we should be good. Let's get season 2 underway. Second draft in the books, 98 potential Sammy Eel or Gill. It's probably Eel, but I mean, he looks really good. Ks per 9's low. I'm also kind of looking for players that we could let develop over time. We don't need them to be ready immediately. So like 18 years old, 20 years old, and they're a little bit lower rated, but they'll definitely pop off. Like Freddie Ball, I mean, that catcher could be ready in like 3 seasons. He's also what, 6'4"? It's huge. But yeah, this is a good draft. I like this draft a lot. This was a good one. 74 and 88, pretty similar to what we did last year. So okay, fair. Like I'm pretty sure that's what, a little bit better. Yeah, 3 games better. Oh well, like we're doing okay, right? And so you can see 8 games. We're actually 8 games out, and I mean in the Central, it's a pretty competitive division. I mean most of the teams aren't that great to begin with. I mean the White Sox you would think would be doing well, but clearly they're not. You know, the Twins underperforming in real life, but obviously with this, we might actually be in the mix here. So awards. We've got Devers, Vladdy, Jordan winning it, Conforto winning it on the other side. Strasburg, okay. I normally don't see him up there in the Cy Young awards. We got 50 home runs for Jordan. Okay. Alex Reyes, and then rookie there went to Seth Beer, who obviously I traded away in the Diamondbacks rebuild. And of course, now he's popping off. So maybe I just needed to give him some time, and I didn't, unfortunately. So, okay, so here we are. Tyler Alexander, 9 games, a lot better. But again, I still think, you know, he's one of those guys where I want to give him some time, but where is he going to get it? Matt Manning, he's just, oh man, next year's going to be his last option. He's just going to have to be thrown in somewhere. Daniel Norris, still struggling. I think I gave him a 2-year club option. I might bring him back for 1 more year just because it's 3 mil, super cheap. And again, we're not necessarily going to be competing for sure. Durbin Feltman, as a Rule 5 pickup, he's 23 years old. Look at those attributes. We got to hold on to him. Zach Birdie, no thank you. Not coming back. Gregory Soto, not too bad. The whip's a little high, though. We got to figure that out. And then Joe Jimenez, you know. Matthew Boyd, pretty good. Let's see. Stats are holding, so we might as well just like hold on to him as long as we possibly can. Spencer Turnbull, though, I think when he becomes a free agent, he's one of those guys we either let go or we try to flip before he becomes a free agent. Orania will let him walk. And then Casey Mize and Rob Myers got called up for some reason, which means Tarek Skubal got sent down, which he's just one of those guys that needs time to develop. We'll be okay. Tanner Roark got sent down. Wasn't actually that bad, but at the age of 35, probably won't bring him back. But Rob Myers, he might be one that maybe 1 more year of development, and then we call him up for sure. I think that's the big move there. So Looks like O'Neal Cruz was called up. Again, didn't get any at-bats. Same thing with Torkelson. Eric Haas, 304 average, 288 for Grainer. Nico Goodrum, you know, whatever. And then Ben Gamble. I said he's, for some reason, he just does well in franchise for a season or two. Might as well use him. Victor Reyes is an interesting guy. Do I keep him? Or do I kind of like trade him and get something in return? I think for the meantime, as we have control, let's keep him. Harold Castro, kind of a bench guy, but getting quite a few at-bats. He's okay. Willie Castro, we'll see how he develops. We do have O'Neal Cruz right behind him, so if he doesn't do well, we'll probably go to Cruz. Renato Nunez, 32 home runs, can't complain about that. Nomar Mazara, definitely improved, but is it worthy of keeping him around? Do we even have anybody that could like take his spot? That's another thing. Do we have an outfielder that can take his spot? I don't think we do. Daz Cameron? We could throw Daz Cameron in. I'd actually be down to throw Daz Cameron in. I think that's the move. I mean, these two, Nolan Gorman probably getting called up next year. Ooh, maybe one more season of development. And then same thing with Ted Becker. I want that contact versus right to go up a little bit more. But we're not too far off of letting some of these youngsters just take over the team, and we're good to go. So yeah, there it is. Season 2 in the books. Let's finish this, or let's figure out this off season pretty quickly, because I want to keep this moving pretty quick until we become a good team. Then we'll focus a little bit more. Daniel Norris, I said I was gonna pick up. Brian Garcia, he didn't pitch. Looking at it, like we kind of have quite a few relievers. I guess you could take Birdie's spot. We'll keep him. We'll keep him. We'll have him. Plus, it's $1 million. It's super cheap. Cam Bedrosian, I totally forgot about him. I said he probably wasn't gonna do well. He didn't. Ben Gamble. I'm probably gonna call up Daz Cameron. So, oh, do we need Ben Gamble? Let's see here. Mazarin, right. Reyes, Daz Cameron. Or do I let Cameron develop one more year to get that contact versus righties up? Ooh, you know what? It's going to be his final option. We might as well just go with Daz Cameron. And then DH Mazzara. So we'll keep this option. Plus it's $3 million. Freddie Galvis was decent, but we'll let him walk. Orania will let him walk, and Ben Gamble we'll let everybody walk. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll let that happen. And then 40 man, let's add Warren, because I think he could help us out either this year or next year. Same thing with Bobby Miller. What about this? Okay, so no to Jankowski. Maybe Kroll. Maybe he could help us out. He's going up quite quickly too. Willie Peralta, probably not. So no Jankowski, and I think everybody else, maybe not Soto. I don't know. Actually, everybody but Jankowski and Peralta. Everybody's getting a contract. Free agency, maybe a signing. I'm not too sure yet. Let's get into season 3. All right, so I was looking for a pitcher that's like kind of on the cusp of being MLB ready. Mackenzie Gore fits that perfectly. Like that's exactly what I'm looking for. Spencer Turnbull, Jeimer Candelario or Heimer Candelario, and Joe Navilhan. I didn't draft this guy because he's 28, but I'm gonna trade him. You can see our budget is so big. We have a lot of money, so much money, but I'm not gonna keep Mackenzie Gore in the team. I'm gonna keep him in the minors, and then next year he can come up. But with that being said, I do need to call somebody up to be a extra reliever. I think a reliever, right? Because I did sign Trevor Williams, which you're probably thinking, why would you do that? Well, just hear me out. Brian Garcia can come up. Nope, MLB, not AA. And now let's look at this team. Tyler Alexander goes right there. Brian Garcia goes right there. As you can see, Rob Myers, the guy we got from the Phillies, he's, I guess, MLB ready. Or do we go to? Actually, no, he's not. He's not. I'm looking at it. There's no reason to rush him. No reason to rush him. Let's call up this Zach Warren guy instead. A little bit older, and I feel like, you know what, let's just give him the shot. I mean, 19 years old for a reliever. Let's let him develop another season. No rush, right? So this is our team currently. As you can see, Trevor Williams was brought in, 2-year club option for $9 million. He's got a pretty decent season, or 2 seasons behind him, and then this is the rest of the team. A lot of it's, like I've mentioned, it's just waiting it out. O'Neal Cruz and Nolan Gorman are gonna wait 1 more year in the farm system. I just want them hitting stats to be a little bit higher. Torkelson I could do the same with, but he's 20. Man. Do I do? No, let's throw Torkelson in. O'Neal Cruz might get called up. It just really depends on what Willie Castro does. Willie Castro's good. He is. The thing is, I got O'Neal Cruz, right? O'Neal Cruz could also be the DH. We'll figure something out for sure. Renato Nunez is kind of on his last legs too, just with the team. I brought in Justin Upton on a 1-year deal to be our DH. And we'll figure something out with all these youngsters that we have. Daz Cameron is I think he's in the farm system just because his hitting stats, the more I looked at him, they just weren't ready. They weren't. He's good versus lefties, really good versus lefties, but maybe he's a late addition to the season. So I think that was it for offseason moves. Oh, Chadwick Trump, Rule 5 draft. I think that was it for offseason moves. I showed you the draft. That was it. I didn't want to go too crazy. I've already looked at this for who I should bring back and who I should let go. I've kind of figured out that I kind of like where we're at. I kind of like the team. I don't want to go too crazy with it. I like some of the youngsters that we have too. We're a really bad team. Our budget is super big. So we're just waiting to figure out who we're going to keep and who we're not going to keep. Like Miguel Cabrera leaves this year. That opens up so much money. And then we'll have Becker. What's his? Hold on. They called up Becker. I need to send him down because I'm not ready. He's not ready yet. He's just not. And you're going to be like, he's ready. Just it's a process. It's a process. We got to let the process, work its way. Why are certain players getting called up when they shouldn't be? But yeah, that's the team. Like I said, I'm not going to change too many things, go crazy with it. But yeah, I'm going to let Becker, O'Neal Cruz, and Daz Cameron and Nolan Gorman. Where's Nolan Gorman? Nolan Gorman, his contact versus righties and lefties is just not high enough. I want them to develop one more season. They're in the minors. I'm going to let everybody else be in the majors, and then we'll go from there. I think we're good. Those 3 players I mentioned, they're going to sit in the minors, and we're good to go. Let's get season 3 underway. Here we go. Here's the draft. Once again, pretty good. Chris Santiago, Terrence Strong, who's clearly a power hitter with some speed and an arm. Actually, maybe he's like a new J-Up. Move him to left field, especially with that terrible fielding. Jesus Ferreira, and then Will Berg. And then we've got Jose Trejo and Roger Lettierier, I don't know. Lettierier, whatever. Doesn't matter. Those are our draft picks. Lettier. Maybe Lettier? I'm stuck on it. I don't know why. Okay, so 73 and 89. We're still hovering around the same area, and you know what? That's what I'm expecting. But I am expecting big things to change now, as these young players are all set, ready to go. And now we kind of have a really good team. I'm liking it. We do have a award. Rookie of the Year, Spencer Torkelson. Okay, I'll take that for sure. Any interesting Corbin Burns? I mean, that makes sense. Ohtani. This has to be the first time I've ever seen Ohtani do well, because this is what I'm used to seeing right here. This is what I'm used to seeing. I don't think I've ever seen Ohtani get a 3 ERA. Ever. That's insane. Never expected that. Torkelson, 30 home runs. Ooh, okay. I like seeing that. So I know some things have changed with the pitching staff. Mackenzie Gore definitely hopping into the rotation next year. One player that really let me down, Zach Warren. I don't know how the potential and the overall went up, but man, he was struggling this year. So maybe we let him develop a little bit longer in the farm system. But yeah. So Tyler Alexander, you can see pretty good year. I think we've got someone that we can really work with here. Joey Wentz didn't pitch at all. Daniel Norris back to being really good. So this will be a player that we're probably gonna have to pay a little bit of money, but if we can get him, might as well keep him in the bullpen. Same thing with Durbin Feltman. His contract is actually pretty good. We've got him for 1 more year plus 2 years of arbitration. Pretty solid. Brian Garcia looks decent. Okay. Rob Myers, 11 innings. Look at those numbers. Look at his attributes, by the way. I think this guy's gonna be really good for us, especially only 20 or 19 years old. Yeah, we've got him for quite some time. And then Joe Jimenez, I think he needs to be moved up in this area. So maybe him here. Myers gets moved here, and then we find a setup guy who maybe we have somebody. Maybe maybe Soto if he's good. Maybe it doesn't look like he's gonna be good. Maybe Zach Warren if he can figure things out, but we'll have to wait and see. Matthew Boyd still doing Matthew Boyd things. Trevor Williams wasn't too bad, so I'll probably Or what we, ooh, okay, maybe Tyler Alexander moves here. We move Tarek over here because like he's just struggling. He's really struggling in this starter role. I mean, we could continue to like kind of let him work it out. You know, Matt Manning struggled as well. He's a young pitcher. We got to let him develop. But maybe we keep Trevor Williams and then we put Mackenzie Gore here and then maybe move Scoot Ball over here. I don't know. We got to figure something out. Casey Mize had a really good season. Obviously, Matt Manning struggled for sure. But if you look at his attributes, he's going to struggle. So we got to figure that out. And then Mackenzie Gore definitely ready to come up next year. So we've got pitching. I'm not worried about that. Nico Goodrum. Meh. Everybody on the bench is probably just going to be pretty disappointing, I would say, most likely. Victor Reyes, though, I think we found our leadoff guy. Doesn't hit for a lot of power, but that's not what I'm looking for. Just get on base. Nomar Mazara is kind of turning into a beast. 340 on base percentage, almost 800 OPS. Do we keep him? That's the big thing. Renato Nunez, 28 home runs. I'll take it. We've got Justin Upton. Akil Baddoo. I need him to develop. And then Nolan Gorman struggled a little bit this season. Kind of expected that. You can see his contact numbers didn't go up too much. Torkelson was Rookie of the Year. Chadwick Tromp was pretty bad. And then back to Victor Reyes. So who was sent down? Willie Castro. Why? Daz Cameron's definitely coming up next year. Pretty much all those young players that I was talking about, they're coming up next year. So, all right, let's get into the offseason. Astros defeat the Dodgers, and looks like some of my staff retired. Miggy retired as well, so he's in the Hall of Fame. Okay, we got a lot of these. We got to figure this out. I'm going to decline it. No reason to keep him. We're going to decline this one. No reason to keep him either. I think we keep him. Yeah. And then we just move one of those guys to the long relief spot. Joe Jimenez, I'm going to give him 2 years. Hopefully he figures it out. If not, we'll let him go after this season. I like what Alexander's doing. Nico Goodrum, I'm just going to let him go. Hasn't really done much. Upton can go. Brad Miller can go. I signed him as just a player to fill out the roster because we needed a couple infielders. Nomar Mazara. He is going to take some time away from Daz Cameron, but I was thinking we rock. We kind of need some outfielders. We do have Riley Green. We do have Daz Cameron. Do we go out and sign somebody? And then we just use Daz Cameron as like a platoon guy versus lefties because he does hit lefties better. I think that's the move. How much does Mazara want? For 10 mil, I can get someone better. All right, that's the move. There it is. Okay, we're going to go out and sign a right fielder. So, 40-man. What do we got here? Maybe Wensil Perez. Maybe somebody else, depending on who else pops up. I really wish they would just make it a select 40-man screen, and it would show me all the top players that aren't on the 40-man that need to be added. So, everybody's going to get arbitration. Maybe not Grainer. Didn't I just release these two guys? Maybe Jake Rogers will. But not Grainer. I'm just going to let him go. And then I brought back Harold Castro, but like he wasn't good. I don't know. Maybe everybody. I honestly don't know. But everybody's going to get a contract. And then I said I wanted an outfielder. Jesse Winker maybe. And then maybe move Akil Baddoo to the other side of the outfield. I mean, he kind of makes the most sense. If we want to start building a team that's going to be really good. Unless Harrison Bader's doing well. Maybe Jesse Winker's the plan. See you guys next season. All right, for season 4, I was looking to make a trade for a catcher that could keep us ready until Freddie Ball was ready. Because I'm looking at his stats, I'm going, man, he's going to be a really good hitter. Decent catcher too. Dingler just isn't developing quick enough. So I'm looking for someone maybe for like 2 or 3 seasons, can hold it down and like help us out. There's one catcher that's like really, really good. It's just... I feel like that would just ruin it, right? Like we have our own catcher in the making. It's this guy, Roger Fisher. He looks unbelievable. Really good defensive stats, really good hitting stats. Already been in the majors for a year. I mean, that's a pretty good season. But like I said, I'm looking for someone that like we can just, hold on to for the next 2-3 seasons and then let Freddie Ball take over. So, I mean, like comparing his stats to Chadwick Tromp, they're not much better. So, like, I would like a little bit better of a catcher. Someone that, like, is gonna just do decently, right? Like just give me a couple seasons. That's all I'm asking for. Just a couple seasons. Hold the fort down. Narvaez, that's kind of boring though. Stassi, nope. Had Carson Kelly already, so I don't really want to use him, especially since I used him in yesterday's video. That's what I'm getting at. So I think it might be Jacob Nottingham. Yeah. Unless we can use Gary, which they didn't use him, but they have him for a 4-year contract. They only used him in 2 games last year. I can get Gary, but let's what do I do here? Yeah, let's go Jacob Nottingham. And if he does well, Nottingham, whatever you want to say. Let's go. He should be good. He should improve as well. Saves us a little bit of money. He's on arbitration next year. Let's see what happens. So that actually opens up a spot in the team, which looking at our lineup, we could use maybe another platoon guy. So let's just, who's our platoon guy for the season? It is gonna be, we'll bring him back. We'll bring him back, whatever. But why are you being greedy? Just because I released you, you're gonna be greedy now? Whatever. It's a 1-year deal. He isn't gonna stick around much longer anyway. So shortstop, boom, there, he's in the team. So let's talk about this offseason, because I spent a little bit of money. These are players that I've all added just to fill out the roster. Nothing too crazy. I'll show you what they look like. Justin Foscue kind of being like the main one to pay attention to. But this was the offseason acquisition, Jesse Winker. Big time contract, 20 mil for the next 3 years. I front loaded it because then by the time most of the players are starting to be really, really good and we're looking to add more players to the team, we'll have a little bit more money to work with. So that was my thinking. Let's pay him up front and we should be good to go. I also realized I forgot to add or offer Daniel Norris a contract. So luckily I saw him in free agency, brought him back on a 3-year deal. Rob Myers is going to be our closer. We're going to let these guys hold the fort down. And then this is our starting rotation. And then the lineup, boom. This is what we're going to work with for the season. Daz Cameron's going to face lefties. He used to be better versus lefties, but now he's not as good. But yeah. This is what I'm thinking. This is the team for sure. I actually want to flip those two. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe move Jesse Winker down here. Let Nunez be in the 3, even though Neil Cruz has some really good hitting stats. And then Ted Becker that high is a little tough. So maybe something like that. I like that team. It's still young, still developing. And that's why I'm like, if we don't do well this year, I'm still okay with it in season 4. But by the time we hit season 5, we should be just golden. A lot of young players developing, a lot of young players getting to the point where we could use them going forward. And if players don't develop as quickly as I would like, we can go out, either trade them or spend some money in free agency, because we got a lot of it. We've got 70 million currently. Like we've got so much money. So the big thing that worries me is that we have Willie Castro on the bench, and I feel like that's a waste. I just don't know where he gets in, man. So yeah, that's the team. Season 4. This draft, kind of mixed results. Pablo Nivar. There was a catcher that I wanted. I think it was him, Kenny Johnson. Let me see if there was another catcher, because there was a couple catchers that went in the first round that I thought about picking up. So I wanted to see if it was him, because it was kind of like the catcher version of the outfielder that we chose, because it was just, he had power. And I think that's the one right there that we just saw. Yeah, I think that was him. So yeah, Kenny Johnson. He had a little bit of pop, and that's what kind of drew me to him. But he looks okay. Nothing too special. So let's take a look at ours. Pablo Nivar, really good power, some speed, decent fielding. Second pick, Damian Linder. We've got 90 potential for Henry Rosales. The hits per 9 at 26, though. Yikes. We got Rodney Bush at shortstop. Long-term project. And then Mariano Valencia. Not too bad. Okay, 87 and 75. I like that. I like what I'm seeing. We're close. We're close. We just missed out. I have 4 games. I'm down. ERA's good. Team average is looking pretty decent. 2 games. 2 games from the wild card. So yeah, we're not too far off. We're not too far off at all. Awards. What do we got? A Rookie of the Year for Nolan Gorman. Devers, 45 home runs, beating out Joey Gallo, who learned how to hit for average. And on base percentage. Jeez. 53 home runs for Conforto. You got Trevor Bauer beating out John Means, who's now on the Phillies. Okay. What else do we got here? Framber Valdez. Interesting one. What else? Anything else? JT Realmuto, could have traded for him, but I held off. I said no. I wanna give my my team the faith. You know, give the faith in the squad. Ted Becker. Let me talk about a player who maybe we rushed him. So let's see what we got here. Anybody? Ladwig. I did call him up to help out, like in the September call ups. Not great at all. Let's see. Anybody else? No. Okay. Ooh, wait. I think I called up him, and now his potential's going down after it went up last year. I don't get it. Matt Manning, though, in 91 innings was decent. He had a rough second half. His ERA at the beginning of that season was like a 3.5, so a little bit of a rough second half, but not too bad. Durbin Feltman. The whip's a little high, but I'm telling you, maybe we got a little gem in this Rule 5 pickup. Brian Garcia, struggled a little bit. Same thing with Tyler Alexander, so I'll think about what I'll do with them. Daniel Norris, definitely a keep. Joe Jimenez, a lot better. And then Rob Myers definitely did struggle. 11 blown saves, but he's only 20. We've got some time, and he's gonna be good. Matthew Boyd still doing really well. We've got him for one more season. Trevor Williams was outstanding. You know, Casey Mize is starting to look like what everyone's expecting from Casey Mize. Mackenzie Gore, okay, we'll work into it. 23 years old. And then Tarek Skubal, there we go. Starting 5 looks good. Maybe even throw Matt Manning in the mix and then let Trevor Williams go. I don't know yet. We'll have to think about it. So who got sent down? Renato Nunez. Yikes. Okay. So becomes a free agent too, and that's why I didn't re-sign him, because I was a little worried that he just wouldn't do well. Daz Cameron did struggle as well. Mostly put him up against lefties. I'm still going to keep him. Like, there's no reason not to. Torreyes signed him to kind of fill out the roster. Nico Goodrum, same thing. He actually wasn't too bad. His best season so far. Roberto Campos, not too sure why he got called up. And then Jake Rogers, whatever. Oh, Ted Becker. He wasn't bad. He's still young, 21 years old. But you can see, you know, I need something from him. I'm still keeping the... Who actually... 800 OPS. Okay, you know what? Not too bad. Maybe I overlooked it a little bit. You know what? I still have the faith. He's definitely hopping in at first base. 100%. Victor Reyes becomes a free agent. He's been really good at the top of the order, but I feel like we could do better, right? If he has arbitration, I'll keep him, but if not, I'm going to let him walk, and I think this is where we go out and pick up someone big, right? We do have Riley Green. Actually, those hitting stats are pretty nice. Maybe Riley Green's the guy. And then we still have Jesse Winker, Akil Baddoo. Maybe we don't need to go out and spend the money, like, which is crazy. We got like 80 mil to spend. Like, that's some wild stuff. Akil Baddoo had a decent season. You know, Ted Becker, we already talked about. Jesse Winker, 35 homers. Love to see it. 370 on base percentage. O'Neal Cruz, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Definitely want the on base percentage. Actually, 350 is not too bad. OPS a little higher, please. Willie Castro on the bench. I feel like we're wasting him, and I feel terrible. But like at the same time, it hasn't been amazing. You know, like he hasn't been terrible, but like I expected a little bit more. Nolan Gorman though, he's gonna be a beast. Spencer Torkelson's still putting up decent numbers. Halved his home runs, so hopefully he can get back on track. And Jacob Nottingham, actually decent. I'm actually pretty happy with those numbers. So yeah, maybe we go Riley Green next season. Maybe let him develop one more year and then call him up. And then we have like an 84 rated like center fielder. I don't know. We could probably just let him play next season. But no postseason for us. But I'm still pretty happy with the team. I'm actually really happy with what we've been able to put together. So Cano's there. Okay, Matthew Boyd, let's take it. Joe Jimenez we're going to take because he's been good. No, Nico Goodrum can come back just for one more year. What does he want? 7 mil? That's too much. I'll find somebody else. Do we rock with that Manning, Skubal, Boyd, Gore, Mize? Or do we bring in someone and let Manning continue? He's 25. Nope, we're gonna rock with those 5. That means we'll sign... How much does he want? Maybe like 10 a year for a long relief spot. I'll hold off. Victor Reyes, what do you want? Oh, he's been good. He's been really, really good for us. Like, he's held it down. I feel like letting him go would be like dumb, but like Riley Green, man. Or do we let him develop one more season? Maybe let him develop one more year, but then Do we just keep Reyes for a season? Like, what's the move there? All right, let's do this. What does he want? 19 mil? We'll do that. We'll see what he says. If he doesn't sign it, we just move forward and go somewhere else. Let's see what happens. Did he sign it? He did not. We'll think about it. Contract everybody. Arbitration, everybody. And then 40 man, we got to add Riley Green for sure. Don't want to lose him. Same thing with Reyes and Meadows. But let's see. Is there like an older outfielder that we could like bring in for a season or two? You know, someone that just gets on base like at a stupid level. What about Castellanos? He's going down pretty quickly though. Ooh, I'll find something. We got to figure something out because like we've got some good outfielders. I also want to kill Badu to be part of the team. We'll figure something out. Let's get season 5 and like really start to compete. All right, for this season, I don't really want to change too much outside of what I like kind of did in the off season. I did sign 2 players to an extension, Casey Mize and also Joe Jimenez, and then Akil Badu. So I guess 3. There they are. There's the extensions. John Birdie was brought in, Lewin Diaz, and Sal Romano. And then when you look at the rest of the squad, so was Yoni Chirinos. So, I mean, when you look at the team, it's good. It's pretty strong. Riley Green is obviously getting that spot. Victor Reyes went to, I forgot who he went to, but it was for like 5-6 years. So I was definitely not doing that. But yeah, that's the team. I like it. I think a lot of these younger players coming in and helping us out, probably the right move. Saves us a lot of money. But at the same time, we are kind of running low on money, as you can see from the budget. The thing is that I offered a lot of like contracts right now, like 25 mil, 17 mil. But like Matthew Boyd becomes a free agent. There's a couple other players who become free agents too. And we just got to rely on some of the youngsters and just be kind of smart with our money. So I feel like we're in a good spot and I really want to compete this year. And I think the way to do that is 1, just rock with what we have. And then 2, we're probably going to need to go out and get a new starter next year because Matthew Boyd at 35 just isn't going to be it. So we'll need a new starter next year and then we'll see what happens with the team. I like the team a lot. I think we're in a good spot. So let's just get into it. So one of the last drafts I'll probably show you unless we get someone crazy. But we've got Darren Hampton, Boyce Jones, Rafael Mateo, and then Andrew Katnick. And then, of course, Andres Ruiz and Doug Kaufman. So, again, we've been pretty good with the draft. All right, so I need a reliever. Let me check the trade block. And I don't think there's going to be any good ones here. And there aren't. Josh Rojas. Yeah, has been terrible. Okay. And I was thinking about maybe picking up a backup infielder, especially since we're going to be losing Willie Castro most likely. I felt like maybe, you know, he has arbitration, maybe maybe somebody else that we could like hold on to for a couple seasons just to have them. But I don't know. I'm not really seeing anybody that shed long. Okay, I'll think about it. But the big issue is we need relievers, and Joe Jimenez just isn't doing it. I thought we had him turning the corner, getting to become a really good reliever. Nope. So we gotta find someone who is gonna be a reliever for us, that's gonna do well, and I don't know who that's gonna be. I don't know. Tanner Rainey. I mean, those aren't a lot of innings. Becomes a free agent too. Oof, we gotta find something, man. Who is it gonna be? Yohan Lopez? Is that what I want at 32 years old though? Probably not. So like, where do we go? I'm also trying to think of someone like a little bit different that we normally don't get. So like, Luis Patino, is that someone that I want? James Karinchak, 0.36 ERA. Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe we could work something here. Oh, no, I don't want Mike Soroka. I want Karinchak. What's the contract situation? He's a free agent. I might just try to wait until he becomes a free agent. Hopefully he becomes a free agent, and we'll go after him then. That was a disgusting ERA. Okay, let's find someone. Maybe actually becoming a free agent right now is not a bad idea, because then we can go out and sign players once they become free agents. Actually, Ryan Helsley. I'll take a shot on Ryan Helsley. He doesn't become a free agent, but at least it'll give us somebody. And then you want, what about Austin Ree? What about Israel De La Cruz? No. Jerome Wheat, Lantigua, Chamberlain. Who do you want? Alvarado? What's going to make the deal happen here? It doesn't look like we're getting Helsley, because these are kind of two players I'm okay with getting rid of. So we got to find something quick, because this is already taking way too long. Let's go Tanner Rainey. For a season, boom, there it is. That's all I think we need. You can see we're not having the best of seasons, 52 and 51. Tyler Alexander's another player that, like, I'm just like, get out. So let me do that right now, and let's get a prospect for him. Any kind of prospect that like looks like he could potentially be good. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm just trying to move quickly. I guess I'll show you it just so you guys can kind of see what were some of the offers, and also because I want to fill up some of the farm system again, just because we could always use prospects. It's always good to have that depth. What's this Mets center fielder looking like? This Urbina guy, really quickly. Urbina, 23. What are we lacking here? Some second base prospects, a third base prospect. Okay, so let's see who's got that third base prospect that we can get, even though we probably won't ever need one. But like, just in case, you never know what happens. We may not be able to afford everybody that we need, so we might be kind of stuck. Michael Hall, boom, there it is. That's the trade. Let's hope Michael Hall didn't go to the majors. Please tell me he didn't go to the majors. He did not. He went to AAA. Let's throw him in AA. Let's see how he does in AA for the season. Actually, we'll throw him in single A, and then we'll call this guy up to AAA. But I think that might be it. I'm gonna call up one of our abundance of starters that is doing well. Maybe him. Let's go with Ladwig. Maybe. I guess we can try that, and then we'll go from there. That's what I need to do at the deadline. Okay, so we won the division 84 and 78. Not the best, right? The ERA is high, the team average is decent, but like you can see, it was really close between all these four teams. So we got a little lucky towards the end of it, and like we wouldn't have made the wild card if we didn't win the division. So we really need to turn things around. They had 200 win teams in the East. Okay, so yeah, we need to turn things around. We got Rob Myers for the most saves in the major leagues. Okay. What about the awards? What do we got here? Soto with the Twins. That'll help him out. I think they got a super friendly contract too. Holy cow. Really? If I would, man, I guess I should have paid a little bit more attention to that with because then I would have probably gone out and signed them. Would have gone for him. That's what I'm trying to say. Karen Chak beat out Myers for reliever of the year, but okay. Let's see what we got here for the bullpen. So as you can see, Matthew Boyd is down to an 80, but we've got Joey Wentz. Is it a video without me sneezing? Oh man, Durbin Feltman had his worst season so far. That kind of sucks, even though most of his stats are going up. I'll think about it. I mean, he's got arbitration, so we'll probably bring him back. Daniel Norris has got one more year on his deal, and he's getting better, which is great to see. Tanner Rainey was a good little addition. Romano, too. Ooh, okay. Yoni Chirinos, Brian Garcia, and then we got Rob Myers. Oh, so you know what? I'm actually pretty happy with what we got going on. Matthew Boyd, I think this is the perfect time to let him go in free agency. Mize still doing well. He's probably our new ace. We've got Mackenzie Gore. Getting better. Tarek Schoolball's getting a little bit of, actually it's about the same. Less home runs, that's a big thing to see, but a little bit more walks. Matt Manning still kind of struggling, but the control's going up and everything else is going up too, so like I have faith. It's just we don't really, he's almost ready. This Sammy guy, he's almost ready. Maybe one more season of development, but outside of that, we don't really have anybody that can come up just yet. Riley Green was sent down, which is unfortunate. Not the best of seasons for him. He'll improve. He's only 23. I have faith for sure. John Birdie was also sent down. I can understand why. Let's see, anybody else? Daz Cameron still kind of struggling, which sucks. I was kind of hoping he would have popped off. Lewin Diaz, minimal appearance, only 7 at bats. Really, he was good though. He was good. Drew Ward, Campos, and then Jake Rogers. So let's take a look at our starting lineup. Akil Baddoo in the leadoff role, getting better. Love to see it, and I'm glad we offered him that extension. Willie Castro with his best season so far, and like I said, I kind of feel bad for getting rid of him, but when we got O'Neal Cruz, it was kind of just like, if Willie Castro didn't really pan out, then we'd have O'Neal Cruz, and they're about the same. We're going to have O'Neal Cruz for a longer time. I mean, Willie Castro's 27. O'Neal Cruz is 2 years younger. It sucks to let him go. Probably should have traded him, but you know what? I think we're going to make the right decision in letting Willie Castro go. Plus, it opens up some money. It gives us another spot to work with. We'll be fine. Ted Becker's improving. Love to see it. Jesse Winker still doing Jesse Winker things. O'Neal Cruz, decent season. He'll get better. He's 25. We've got Nolan Gorman, who took a step back this year. I don't like seeing that. Hopefully his offensive numbers went up. It looks like he's only going to be good against righties, which sucks. Torkelson, kind of the same, a little bit of an improvement. And then you got Nottingham, whatever you want to call it. He's doing pretty good. What is this, center field? I mean, we got to call him back up. What do we got, 26 men? He struggled. We'll leave him off for this year. Let's just bring in Daz Cameron for the outfield spot. And then versus righties, we'll bring up Nolan Gorman. And let's put O'Neal Cruz in here, swap those two, and then a Badu in center field, and boom. Yeah, we'll rock something like that. Let's see how this goes against the Angels. I mean, it's going to be a tough matchup. We advance. Perfect. I don't want Matt Manning taking this game, though. Sorry. Actually, let's go Mize, Gore, Boyd, Scoopball, Manning. Because, like, Boyd is still really good. It's just, let's get the better foot forward. And, ooh, let's get the start. Oh, man. 2-2. That's not where I want to be. I'm not going to lie. So, wait. Manning's up, right? Oh, no, Mize, not Manning. Mize, and then this needs to be Gore. Okay, boom. Perfect. We win. And we win. We're in the World Series. Taking on the Mets. Perfect. Okay, so Gore just pitched. So we're going to go Scooball, Mize, Gore, Boyd, Manning. Perfect. Okay, final series. World Series against the Mets. And we get... Okay, we lose 4-1. All right. Not the best, but you know what? We made a World Series. That's a good thing, especially because we weren't the best of teams. Okay, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's solid. I like seeing that. All right, World Series appearance in Season 5. Not the best of records, but we held it down. We held it down for sure. I'm going to decline this option. Matthew Boyd, I said I was going to let walk. Freddie Ball is close to being ready, but if I can get one more year for him, I'll take it. It's a lot of money. I'm gonna hold off on that. Tanner Rainey, how much do you want? I'll do 2 years, 8 mil. If you take that, we're cool. If not, you gotta go. What does Willie Castro want? 14 mil. He deserves to start somewhere, so I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna let him go. And I know a lot of you guys are probably like, man, you really did him dirty. I know I did. I know I did. But let's save a little bit of money. We've got quite a bit to play with. We got to offer some contracts. But now, this is what we get to do. I'm bringing a really good pitcher. I'm definitely thinking of bringing in at least one bullpen arm. Yeah, at least one. And then looking at the lineup, what's this spot right here? A DH and then a catcher. We could, yeah, a catcher, like an older catcher that's really good at hitting. And then looking at the rest... What, an outfielder? Unless we go with Riley Green again, which, I mean, we probably should. Unless we go, hey, let's let you develop for one more year. I'm going to see. Let me see what's available really quickly. I saw Jordan, which would be just a crazy addition. Trent Grisham's not bad either. Jordan. But we don't necessarily need another lefty bat that just doesn't field. Like, that just... It doesn't make, I don't know, it just, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So, I don't know, think about it. Let's get into Season 6. All right, next season, we're going to go for 2 relievers, or a starter and a reliever in the Brewers organization. I'm just trying to get some younger prospects into the system. I'm going to make the starter a reliever because he's only got like 60 stamina. What was his name? It was like Waylord or something. Waylock. Yeah, 61 stamina. I'm going to make him a reliever. We're just going to make them move now. And boom. Okay. We still have one extra player in the team. And let's see here. It is a lineup player. So we have Tirso Ornelas from the Rule 5 draft. Ooh. Okay. We got to get rid of like one of these guys. Who's older? Drew Ward. All right, bud. Sorry. Sorry. What can you get us? Can you get us like a B potential guy, an A potential guy, but only 49 overall? That was not a good trade. Let's see here. Desmond Fink, 70 overall, C potential. I mean, that's actually not a terrible trade. He might end up being like high 70s, mid 70s, be like one of those glitchy players that works out. I'm going to take that second baseman from the Marlins. I should have just accepted it right off the rip, but maybe the Marlins have somebody else that I can snag from them. Maybe like a reliever, because we're getting low on relievers, and like even the league is getting low on relievers, even closers. It's crazy. Like there's just not a lot of good relievers or closers or anything getting drafted. So yeah, I'm gonna take that second baseman. I'm just gonna take it, make that trade, boom. So we should be good now. 26 men, farm system's looking good too. And let's take a look at the roster history, because I did offer a couple extensions. Tarek Skubal, 13 mil for the next 3 years. Daniel Norris, 2-year deal, 4.3 mil. And that was it. And then you guys can see some of the free agent signings that we made, including Dustin May, 31 mil for the rest of the rebuild. There it is. Harold Meyer came in. I mean, look at those hitting stats. Good. Like, this looks like Harold Castro reincarnated. Like, come on. Freudis Nova still has B potential. That's why I signed him. And then Omar Narvaez got signed as well. 1-year deal. Jacob Nottingham went for like 17 mil somewhere. I was like, no. I think, no, 4 years. I think like 12 mil, something like that, to the Athletics. So I was like, I'm not matching that. So you guys can see this is the team. I mean, look at that rotation. Beautiful. Macbeth, Feltman, Norris, Rainey, Romano, Chirinos, Myers. Oof, beautiful. And then the lineup is looking good. The only change we need to make is Riley Green's in the mix. That's it. There's a team. Lewin Diaz can get moved down as well for maybe Nolan Gorman. There you go. Ow. That's the team. Ooh, that one hurt. Oh, that one really hurt. You know that one that like kind of like feels like you got stabbed in the back? Yeah, that's how that felt. Oh, let's get into it. I think this is season 6. I don't know anymore. Oh, geez. Yeah, it's season 6. Let's do it. All right, I don't know what it is about Mackenzie Gore, but he's on my no trade list. It sucks because like normally he's pretty good, but like for me, he never does well. I'm gonna trade for Estevan Diaz of the Nationals. Hopefully he does well as he develops. I'm going to call up one of our... Ooh, we could rock with him. He's got some contract. He's 6'5". Dang, he's huge. I was going to call up this guy. He's having a really good season. But maybe we let him develop. He's only 21. So it's 1 year behind Diaz. Actually, that works out fine. All right, we can rock with that. Yeah. We're fine with that. And then we'll throw him here. And then just drop him down to the 5 spot. Yeah, that's it. That's the only deal I'm making at the deadline. We're 5 games out. I'm hoping that helps us out. Not our best season, 87 and 75. We definitely need to make some changes. But like I've been looking at the team. Yeah, I was gonna say something, but now I'm gonna try to like rephrase it. The White Sox are a good team. Clearly, they're ranked 4th in baseball. We're ranked 6th, and so it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge fighting these guys off. Especially the Royals. They're a good team too. But like, I feel like something's missing. Maybe we do need to spend some money. Maybe we do need to change up the team because like. Yes, we've been letting some of these young guys develop. Tarek Skubal had a really good season. But like maybe we just need to be a little bit more cutthroat. Matt Manning wins Cy Young. Okay. Actually had a really good season. So what I'm thinking is it also depends on how much money we have. And at the same time, we have to worry about how much money we're going to have to start paying because some of our good players, our good young players become free agents. So let's take a look here. Let's see how everything went. Macbeth was all right. Not too bad. I figured 26 years old, 78 overall. Let's give him a shot. He wasn't terrible. Ladwig came up. Again, meh. Feltman back on track. He does become a free agent. I'm not 100% sold on him, but we'll see how much money he wants. Daniel Norris. Okay, maybe it's time to let him go after I just gave him an extension. Tanner Rainey was okay, but it looks like he's going down, kind of. Not really. I don't know. Sal Romano's been really good for us. If I can keep him, let's do it. Chirinos, outstanding in this setup role. Glad we got him for another year. And then this guy is nuts. This guy's insane. And we got him from the Phillies. So Dustin May was great. You know, Casey Mize still putting up fairly good numbers. I mean, we signed him to an extension. He ain't going anywhere. Screwball, just unreal. Manning, very good. The whip's high, but it's still really good. And then this Diaz guy, you know what? First season, he's still 22. We're good. I feel like that was a good acquisition for us. So Ornelas as a Rule 5 pickup, you know what? Get on base, do the job, man. That's all I need you to do. Cameron was solid. You know, Jake Rogers. I didn't realize Jake Rogers was this highly rated. I would have just rocked with him. And of course, I signed Narvaez too late. Not a bad bench bat, though. Dylan Dingler got called up. He's just not really developing that quickly. That's why I tried to find a new catcher. And then the pitcher. So who got sent down? Who did he get called up? He didn't. Who got sent down? Oh, Meyer. Meyer did. What happened here? Meh. You know, like, it was an okay season. Akil Baddoo. There we go. That's a good season from Akil Baddoo. I like to see that. Nolan Gorman. Ooh, what's going on with Nolan Gorman? Ted Becker's really good. Nolan Gorman becomes a free agent soon too, right? Kind of, yeah. Ted Becker, though, he's very consistent, very good. We got Jesse Winker, who really good season once again, but he does become a free agent, saves us a little bit of money. Spencer Torkelson, he becomes a free agent soon, so we got to worry about that, but he's getting better and better and better. Only 26 years old. Riley Green still kind of struggling. I'm not too sure about him. And then Lewin Diaz, not a bad DH. O'Neal Cruz, 350 on base percentage. I'll definitely take that. Omar Narvaez does Omar Narvaez things. So postseason time. Let's see what happens here. And we don't have 4 lineups. It's okay. We win anyways. It doesn't matter. We don't need 4 lineups. We just need to just jump into it, right? That's all we got to do. So I need Dustin May here, Manning here, and we're good to go. So Yankee time, and we are swept. Okay. We didn't score a lot of runs. Makes sense. I think that's what we need. We need a little bit of oomph in the lineup. A little bit of something, some power, something. We need something to like take us to the next level. So Tanner Rainey kind of struggled. I'm going to decline this. Jake Rogers, how much does he want to come back? Too much money. We got Dylan Dingler as our new backup. Everybody can go. I know Jesse Winker is about to hit for like 800 home runs. Do we have someone to replace him? Not really. I want to go younger, though. I feel like that's the right move. Yeah, it is. Let's go younger. Actually, how much does he want? He doesn't want a lot. I'll turn to him if we can't go younger. That's the big thing, because we also got to think we're gonna be spending a lot of money here very, very shortly. So I'm gonna add some of those guys so we don't lose them. Arbitration, everybody for sure. Contracts, everybody. Freddie Ball's getting called up to be our new catcher. So starting lineup's good. I think the bullpen's good. Besides what, one arm? Do we have somebody in the farm system that we could call up? He looks pretty good. I feel like we could make the move with him. Let some of these other guys develop a little bit longer. In the lineup, we got Freddie Ball coming up, and then potentially an outfielder. Budget is actually pretty healthy. So like if we can get a young outfielder that could stick around for a season or 3 or 4, I'm down. What's Pache putting up? Pretty decent numbers. Acuna, could get Acuna. Could get Dylan Carlson. I'll think about it. We got some options. All right, I was looking for trades for Daniel Norris. This is what I'm going to take, this Giants trade. I don't really care if they're good or not. I'm just going to take it. They could be good, they could be bad, but it's giving us 3 players. We're filling out the farm system. Boom, there we go. Which means I need to call up a reliever. This guy looks the best out of the bunch. And now, this is what our team looks like. I really like it. I think we're good. I got to reorder this. Hold on, wait a second. That's not how I want it. Like this, maybe? Yeah, we'll rock like that. I was thinking, who do I want? Diaz, Eel, whatever, you know, we'll rock with it. But this is the team. Bruzdar has been brought in to be the setup guy. $8 million next 4 years. Perfect. Love it. Rob Myers is still here. I mean, look at this team. This team is beautiful. This team is going to win some games offensively. Ooh, we brought back Jesse Winker. I'm going to put him in the leadoff spot. I want to see how it works. Baddoo right behind him. Becker, Gorman, Torkelson, Green, Lewin Diaz, O'Neal Cruz, Freddie Ball. He's ready to ball. We're good to go. We got Roberto Campos, who's been kind of up and down for the last couple seasons. Nova's up. Cameron, Meyer, and Dingler. I'm in on this. I brought back Winker on a 1-year deal. It was like 12 mil. And then I signed this guy to a max deal. Watch him suck. but I have faith. He had a 386 on base percentage. He can't suck, right? But let's take a look at what we just got. Benito Salazar, third baseman. Actually, he's got some really good contact stats. And Thomas Ferris. Ooh, maybe we hit a little bit of a jackpot there by trading away Daniel Norris. That's who we traded away. Added those two guys. Tariq Skubal was extended. I believe we talked about that already. And then Bruzdar. Player you need to worry about from last draft, Milo Horner. Looks really good. First baseman, 19 years old, 5'11". A little on the short side, but we'll make it work at first base. But yeah, that was really it. You guys can see the other draft picks that we signed. Overall, I'm really liking what we're able to put together. We have the first ranked contact pitching and team, 9th in power. That's the squad. Who else could I look at and extending a contract? Matt Manning. I'm going to wait because are we going to get like 5 ERA Matt Manning or 3 ERA Matt Manning? He also wants a max deal. So like, I'm kind of like, dang, that's a lot of money, man. We'll have to figure it out. So let's get into the season 2027. This is season 7, 8, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this only 6? No, 2020. What season is this? Hold on. Let's figure this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Season 7. Let's do it. Back atop the division, 97 and 65, taking on the winner of the wild card. This was a better season. Definitely a good season. We're ranked first. We're a really good team. Team ERA is a little high. I know some of the bullpen arms struggled, but I feel like this is a good team. This is a really good team. We got to manage the books though. The budget's going to be a big issue for the next couple seasons. That's going to be the challenge. We let some of these young players develop, and we kind of kept with this young core that we have. Now we're going to have to figure out how to balance it out with all the paychecks and the contracts that we're going to have to throw out there, because now it's going to get a little tight with the money. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do as Freddie Ball finishes third in Rookie of the Year voting. So Chance Waylock, 71 overall. He actually looks like he's developing really well. So I think we're going to have a really good reliever to look forward to. We also got some really good bullpen or like starters that are developing. So I'm liking that. It looks like Durbin Feltman got sent down. Yeah, I think we can let him go after this season. He's been trending towards kind of like back and forth. So I think we're going to let him go unless he wants a super cheap contract. Then I'll consider it, but we'll have to wait and see. Bobby Miller, I called him up. Actually, not too bad. Definitely not better than what he did 2 years ago. Not a bad season from Sammy either. Enriquez struggled for sure. Wonder what it is. The control probably for sure. Chirinos did struggle as well. He becomes a free agent. We'll let him walk and we'll bring somebody else in. Romano, dang, I was hoping he would have continued to do well. Unfortunate. Bruzdar did very well, and then Manzanillo got called up for some reason, and we've got Myers, who had his worst season, but like he's still putting up really good numbers. So I'm not scared by like seeing that. Dustin May going down, I don't like that, especially since we just gave him a fat contract. Casey Mize is doing well. Skubal is doing great. He's one of those guys that I wish I would have signed along a little bit longer. Manning, we'll see. I'm still not sure about him. And then Diaz. I'm pretty happy with the staff. I think we could do a little bit better, but I think we're fine for now. So they sent down an offensive player, Lewin Diaz. What happened? I mean, 15 home runs. He was purely a DH. Probably won't bring him back. Actually, maybe I will since I signed him long term. We'll see. Justin Foscue got called up, didn't do anything. And yeah, that's really about it. All right, let's talk about our offensive lineup here in the bigs. Daz Cameron, yikes. This guy, though, is kind of nice. Not going to lie. Like, he looks pretty good. Only versus lefties, though. Like, so I said Harold Castro, more like a Nico Goodrum with less fielding. That's kind of what he's looking like. I think he's kind of capped at 77, but I don't hate it. Yo, Jesse Winker in the leadoff role might be cracked. Maybe this is the move. He's still holding his rating, too. Do I bring him back? Akil Badu's getting better and better. We might need to extend his contract. Ted Becker, no. Don't fall off now. You're only 24. Don't you dare fall off. I will scream. Nolan Gorman had a good year. Of course he does when his contract's starting to get to, the time where we need to extend it. Torkelson's putting up crazy numbers. I threw this guy in because our outfielders were struggling a little bit. Maybe he's the move. I forgot what season we drafted him in, but he's looking kind of nice. Riley Green struggled. Speaking of outfielders that are struggling, Cruz is kind of hovering around this 800 OPS. I need him to just jump up, dude. You're a free agent soon. I got to see those numbers. And then Freddie Ball. There we go. There we go. That's it. That's the team. Postseason time. What do we got against the White Sox? We advance. Perfect. Diaz is not pitching this game. Not a shot. Not even going to be close to a chance that's happening. And please don't lose this game. That was too close. All right, we're in the World Series and we're facing the Padres. So I think it said that Manning was pitching day 1. So we'll go like that. I think that's what it said, right? No, Diaz is now pitching, so I messed it up. So who pitched I'm forgetting who pitched the last game. Casey Mize pitched the last game. Okay. So if Mize pitched the last game, let's go like this. We'll put Dustin May there, and then we'll go like this. We'll go like that. I think that should work. Boom. Game 1, we win. Perfect. Game 2, we win. Game 3, we lose. That's a tough loss, though. Win that one. Manning, win it for us. Okay. This is World Series Game 7 with Dustin May on the mound, and we lose again. Ugh. This one, I should have went to a different starter. That's okay. 2 World Series losses, though. That hurts. Ted Becker being the playoff MVP. Dang. I thought about quick managing it, but these videos are already long enough. We got to get through them. We know what we're doing. We know we're World Series quality. We just got to maybe a little bit more to get there. Jesse Winker. I'm going to do it. One more year. 25 mil, though. Oh, I got him for 15 last year. I'm gonna hold off. I want to see what my other options are, especially since we have a lot of players. Speaking of powerful bats, Terrence Strong, he's available as a bat for us. Maybe we give him a shot. Nevar is another guy I completely forgot about. I'm kind of interested to try him out. And then we got a couple other guys like Cabrera potential went up. We've got Will Berg in the future. So I got to be a little smart with our money. I'm going to add those guys that you see up there for the 40-man arbitration. Not Romano. I want to spend the money on a different reliever. And then we'll bring everybody back. So let's see here. I don't think he needs to come back up. Santiago's not ready either. So we definitely need some bullpen arms for sure. That is the big concern with this team. I'm not bringing this guy back. I guess we are. We'll trade for a reliever with him. We definitely need some relievers though. What do we need? Starting 5's good. Long relievers. And then we need like what, 3 relievers? Because I'm not bringing back Romano. So 3 relievers, lineup help, a leadoff guy. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. Season 8, not going to do too much because we made a big splash in free agency. I'm going to give Keegan Thompson a shot. Hasn't pitched in the majors yet, so we'll see how he does as a reliever. We've got a couple bullpen backup minor leaguers, all types of stuff. Rob Myers has been extended for the rest of the rebuild, $14 million. And then this was the big one. Full 10-year max deal. Julio Rodriguez. What a signing. What a signing. So backloaded it. So we had a little bit of money to play with for the last couple of years of the rebuild. But man, talk about a pickup in free agency. That was it. I figured, you know what? If we're going to get a good outfielder, let's go out and get a good outfielder. Julio Rodriguez, 25 years old. Are you kidding me? Look at the rest of this team. So we are looking at a tough decision. Gorman, Manning, Becker, O'Neal Cruz all kind of become free agents around the same time. And Manning, especially right now, I'm not 100% sold on him. I'm thinking he's the guy that we let go. We have some youngsters that could come up and fill that spot anyways. And then Gorman, Becker, and O'Neal Cruz, they're just kind of, if they do well, we keep them. If not, we'll just let them walk or trade them for someone really, really good next year because we have them for at least one more season, right? So there we go. This is the team. I like it a lot. Like this is a really well-rounded team. I feel like we've got a couple players who have been letdowns, but at the same time, I feel like we're set. So yeah, this is the squad here. We're looking solid. Most of these guys have been players that we've drafted. I feel like that's how it's been with this team. I know we've done a couple trades here and there, but for the most part, I feel like, yeah, this was a team that we drafted / picked up in free agency and done really well. So yeah, let's do it. Season 8, we're ranked first. Let's go back to the World Series. This is a big deal. I gotta get rid of Dustin May. He's going down in rating. Like it's insane. It's got to be done, which means we can actually bring back Manning with the money that we're gonna save from getting rid of Dustin May. So it kind of works out, right? Another player that I'm looking at getting rid of is, where is he? Was it a pitcher? I don't think it was. We're gonna move him over here. And then, oh, Bruzdar. Bruzdar, I think, is just having a bad year. I still have faith in him, but now we need to call somebody up to help us out with the squad. Who's getting the call? Bobby Miller? Bobby Miller was actually a pretty decent long reliever, so let's go with that. And then you can see Manning is struggling a little bit, but I still have faith. Everything's going up, and that was what I was worried about. He wasn't going to have everything go up. I thought he was going to start to go down in rating. So at the trade deadline, that's the only move I'm going to make. I'm actually contract extensions. This is where things get difficult, because like Manning becomes a free agent. O'Neal Cruz is actually having a pretty decent season again. Nothing too crazy, but I've checked in with Willie Castro. They're basically identical players. Maybe a little bit better to O'Neal Cruz. I guess I could have saved it, but Nolan Gorman's continuing to go up, and he's 26, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna backload that. I can't afford it. What if I give it like a longer deal? Can't afford it. I'm gonna have to wait, or I'm gonna have to, how can I not afford this deal? These two deals here. Myers. Oh man, are we in trouble? We might be in trouble. Uh-oh. We're gonna have to figure something out. I might have to wait till the off season. We'll see. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Season's over, 92-70, won the division, taking on the Angels. A little bit of a budget situation. We already know that, but you know what? We'll figure it out. We might trade somebody, and that just might be the only solution that we have. Awards. What do we got here? Gold Glove for Casey Mize. Nolan Gorman. We got to get him back. He's starting to pop off. He is only 26, and I thought he was like 28, 29. I just wasn't paying attention to the age. And now realizing that, I really should have probably prioritized keeping Nolan Gorman and figuring out what we're going to do now. Did I look at both Rookie of the Years there? There you are. So yeah, we got to figure that out. So looking at this, Matt Manning turned it around. We've got Casey Mize still putting up really good seasons. You know, Tarek Skubbal's doing well. Sammy, I need you to do a little bit better. I mean, his attributes are good. He's gonna get better. He's 23. We're fine. Starters, we're set. We don't need anybody, right? Like, we're good. Manning, keeping him might be a little difficult, but I guess we could turn to someone down here. George Gonzalez, Henry Rosales, and then, you know, even Bobby Miller as a long reliever, I think is good. Enriquez is still struggling. We got to get that control up. That's what's killing him. Keegan Thompson was okay. Nothing too special. Ron McBeth, the former starter turned reliever, looks kind of good. Maybe that was the move. Murillo, who we traded for, was outstanding. He only pitched 29 innings, though, so we need that to go up. Bruzdar really struggled with the ERA, so we'll see what happens. I still have faith in him, though. Manzanillo, and then Myers. So I know we have relievers. We even have this Waylock guy, who I think could help us out, too. I think he's going to be pretty good. We have Hampton, Santiago, and then the starters. So, like, pitching, I'm not too worried about. This is where I kind of worry because, like, man, this is gonna be tough, right? We have some players we can turn to for sure, 100%. Like, you're seeing like 70s, 79s. For some reason, Meyer was sent down, even though he had a pretty decent year. But like Daz Cameron, he becomes a free agent. He did well, but I think it's probably best to let him go. Unless it's an arbitration offer. If we can keep him for arbitration, then we will. Nivar got the power numbers, but everything else kind of worries me. Mateo, he's a good contact guy. Dingler, and then back to the pitchers. But Akil Badu, please don't be going down. I wanted to keep you for the rest of the rebuild. Had a really good year at 380 on base percentage. Torkelson's still putting up really good numbers. Julio Rodriguez did well. I mean, Gorman was in the MVP race. He's a 98 overall now. We got to bring him back. Oh, man. Ted Becker rebounded. Good. Love to see that. Campos is okay. I have faith in him. I do. I think he's going to be our new, like, platoon outfielder. Riley Green did well. Ooh. Is he becoming good now? He's 26. Okay, we might be okay. O'Neal Cruz, is he one that we trade for, like, one of those young shortstops that's just really, really good? That might be something that we do. O'Neal Cruz gets traded. It'll save us some money. We also have this guy. He can play shortstop. We might move to him. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what we can do in the postseason real quick. And fix the lineups. We are eliminated. Dang, man. just can't get to that World Series and win it. Cubs defeat the Angels, so at least the Angels went to the World Series. So we did lose to a team that made it that far. But now heading into season 9, what do we do here? Do we take these options? Badu went down because I made him a center fielder instead of a left fielder. But like, where do we go from here? We don't have a lot of money. He wants a max deal. You know what? I say we let him walk. I know Matt Manning is one of those prized possessions within the Tigers organization, but if you look at what he's been doing, is he worth max money? No. I'm going to take these two options instead. I feel like we'll just do it. We'll just do it. So boom, we'll head into the off season. We're going to add Waylock and Rosales and actually all those guys. Arbitration, everybody. And then I think we're going to make a couple trades to open up some money, especially since we have a lot of 80s that we can keep and throw into the lineup. So I don't think we're going to sign anybody. I think we're set as is. I think we're good. I really do. I think our pitchers are good. I think our bullpen's good. And I think our lineup's good. I think we just got a little unlucky. I think this is a team. We're set. Let's get into this 9th season. Season 9, not too much changed. When you take a look at the team, we did extend Nolan Gorman's contract. That was kind of the big one. And same with Ted Beckert. I think I've been calling him Todd this whole time. Maybe I haven't. I don't really know. I don't really know anymore. So when we take a look at the team, the pitching definitely took a hit when losing Matt Manning. But I feel like these two guys are really going to develop. George Gonzalez, I think he could be pretty good as well. Struggled last year, so if he does continue to struggle, we do have like Rosales, Katnick, and then, I mean, we could even turn to Bobby Miller if need be. This is going to be our bullpen. Waylock is going to get the call above these guys. I don't know what to... I might trade Hampton and Santiago. Maybe not Santiago, but Hampton for sure. Maybe Manzanillo as well. Just the walks per 9... being low, I don't know. Maybe I give them a shot. Maybe next year if we lose a bunch of relievers, maybe we just go crazy with all our young relievers that we have. So Humber, I think we drafted him season 1, season 2. He's finally getting a shot. And then you guys can see the rest of the bench. Rafael Mateo's been called up as well. And this is the squad. Daz Cameron and Riley Green are going to be in the lineup a lot. Basically, whoever does the best stays. The other one is going to walk in free agency. That's kind of what I'm looking at here. And the players that become free agents this year at the end of the season are Badu, Skubal, Daz Cameron, O'Neal Cruz, and then I'm pretty sure Riley Green is also part of it. He's arbitration, so he's kind of on the safer end. We don't have a lot of money, and that's why I'm kind of like, we can only really afford like maybe one of those guys. So maybe O'Neal Cruz, 29. He had 30 home runs last year. He had a really good year last year. But like, we have this Mateo guy who can play short, really good contact stats. It'll save us some money. We can maybe get a pitcher out of him. It doesn't really help us out money wise, if in the grand scheme of things. If anything, we should probably trade Badu or Skubal. But you know what? Oh well, let's figure it out. Let's get into it. Let's see how it goes, and let's finish off season then. All right, season's over. 94-68. So we won the division, right? Right? Yeah. Okay. I'm taking on the winner of the wild card. First place team in the bigs, or first ranked team on paper. And looking around the league, 94 wins kind of looks like the best team in baseball. I think we tied with the Mets. League leaders, Torkelson with walks and WAR. And then we take a look at, nope, not league leaders, awards. What do we have here? Soto. I mean, Soto being in Minnesota kind of sucks, especially when he's within the division. And anything else? Were we like in the mix for anything? Matt Manning, of course. Of course. We should have kept him and maybe got rid of Skubal or someone. Of course, like we get rid of him. Oh, Willie Castro. Last 2 seasons really popped off, but prior to that, been kind of the same. But yeah, last 2 seasons really popped off. So of course, 2 players that I were talking about, I let them go, and look what happens. Have a really good year. So that's tough to see. And then George Gonzalez there for Rookie of the Year in the mix, not winning it or anything. Whoa, what happened here? Okay, so Gonzalez, I mean, he struggled, but like, what's the point of sending him down there, right? Like, you know, what was the point there? Bobby Miller, I think it's probably time to, we have him for another year, but we'll probably look for a new guy. Maybe Henry Rosales takes his spot, and Enriquez is improving slowly but surely. Macbeth was okay. Waylock was really good. Like to see that. Murillo, Gratterall. I mean, for the most part, the bullpen did what they needed to do. So we got to send down Manzanillo, but we're going to do that now, which means who got sent down? Who got sent down? Reyes? Humber got sent down. Let's bring him back up and then send down Manzanillo, and then we'll go look through the rest of the team. So lineup wise, Meyer didn't get called up. Who got Daz Cameron? Okay, so Daz Cameron will become a free agent at the end of the season, unfortunately. And I think that's it. All right, bench. Nova was in AAA all season. Campos was good once again, 88 overall. We got to get him in the lineup somehow. Humber was pretty decent. Nivar got that power, maybe a DH for us. Mateo struggled big time. Oof, that's tough. And then Dingler. Okay. O'Neal Cruz. I moved them up to the top of the lineup because Badu was struggling. Torkelson is just a monster. Holy cow. Julio Rodriguez is still putting up really good numbers. Gorman, I'm glad we re-signed him because, man, those are some numbers. Ted Becker, power numbers went down again, but everything else is going up. So like, I still have faith in him. We got a young team too. Like that's the big thing with this squad. I might let Riley Green go. Badu, we might let him walk. He really fell off this year. Freddie Ball back on top. That's what I like to see. Only 8 home runs, but you know what? He's getting on base, almost 400 on base percentage. I like it. So I think I kind of know what I'm going to do with the team. You know, when you look at our starters, not too much to be happy about, like, at all. Like the starters, the relievers. But you know what? We'll be all right. We'll be all right. All right, so Campos needs to hop into that DH spot. DH, and then what is this? Left field. Ooh, actually, we can do this, and then the DH versus lefties. We'll just throw Nivar in for the postseason. All right, let's do it. I don't care about that. I want this to be the focal point. We're taking on the Royals, and we get swept. 3-1, 3-1, and 11-7. Man, our luck in the postseason has been atrocious. The Royals ended up winning the World Series, though. So, like, I mean, I can't get too upset about that, right? We lost to the World Series winner, which I feel like is happening quite a bit. Okay, Scuball. We need a pitcher. The thing is, we don't have money. But the thing is, like, do we just offer O'Neal Cruz a contract? Because he had a really good year, and he can be at the top of the lineup. Keep the same offensive lineup. Let a couple players go. I might trade Casey Mize. That might be some way to open up some space. Hold on. Man. Allergies, man, are killing me today. All right, let's get rid of Casey Mize, and let's see if there's, like, a really young, cheap pitcher available. Brandon Kearns. Look at that hair. Ooh, they want a little bit more, which means we can offload some more money. But there might be another one that's like really, really good for super cheap. We just got to keep looking around. No, not Shohei, even though Shohei did have a good year a few seasons back. What is McClanton? That's too big of a contract. Libertor, too big of a contract. We might have to take that Kearns deal and hope that he's just an absolute beast, because I'm not really seeing anything else that really is catching my eye and is worth it. So let's just go with that one. I mean, we could go for Manning, who's got a cheap deal this year. So yeah, let's go with that Padres deal. I mean, there probably is something, but like, I don't know. I feel if the guy's been doing well, he's young too, so he's gonna get better. Let's take this and then let's dump some sort of money that we just like don't need to be spending. So like 2 mil. Let's see here. Who else is getting paid some money that they shouldn't be getting paid? You know what I mean? There's someone in the team. All right, let's give them Freudis Nova. This would put their organization over. Okay. Actually, here, we'll do this, and then we'll just take him. And that's a fair deal? Deal. There. That's Kearns. We're going to bring everybody back that we can. Can I even bring back O'Neal Cruz? Backload it. We'll do like 7 years. Man, let's hope we can bring everybody back. See you guys for the final season. I just realized the trade wasn't accepted, like a moron. I gotta give him Bobby Miller, okay, that's fair. And then I'm gonna give him, actually, let's see, who's a better hitter here? Nova. So we're gonna give him Perez, Miller, and Mize. I can't believe I didn't even realize the trade didn't go through. There we go. Okay, so now looking at the rotation, Kearns goes in. Do we keep Scuball or do we? I've got Cruz's offer on the table. Man, Scooball's been decent, but I'm afraid he's going to fall off. So I'm going to just go with the Cruz offer. That's it. All right, we're going big on the last season. We're going for Nick Bitsko. Had a really good year last year. Hopefully he can continue doing it. So there's one. I'm going kind of crazy on the trades here. So we got 1, 2. I think he's going to do well. Kearns at the 3 spot. Gonzalez should do well. I think. Rosales, the hits per 9 kind of worries me. And then we got Katnick and a couple other guys. So I feel like we're good on the starters. The relievers, questionable, right? Like we can go like this for the starters. Gonzalez at the long relief spot? No. Okay, hold on. We gotta clean this up a little bit. Maybe Waylock up here. And then we've got way too many relievers and stuff. So let's just go out and get some really good relievers from the plethora of players that we have. So who did who did poorly last year? Macbeth, Manzanillo, I don't have faith in. And then like a bajillion of other ones here. Santiago might be decent. Maybe we just let some of them sit. Hold on, I gotta clean this up. Let me do that. All right, I'm gonna get Alec Thomas of the Diamondbacks. Didn't get to use him in the Diamondbacks rebuild. I'm gonna trade Manzanillo and Riley Green. And that actually kind of gives us like a leadoff guy, because like look at his hitting numbers. We could also leave O'Neal Cruz there, and I'd be okay with that. That actually helps us out. I think that's it for trades. Okay, let's show you the team. All right, so bad news. Mike was muted for this last part of the season, so I'm just gonna break it down for you. This is our team. I have to look over here because I have to rewatch it to make sure that I give you all the info. But you guys can see, you know, Bitsko, Sammy, Kearns, Rosales, George Gonzalez. I think Chance Waylock's going to be huge for us. I think that move from the starter to relief spot was perfect. I thought that was like a really good move for us. And then our whole bullpen looks really, really good. I really like it. I think this is like a really strong bullpen for us. Like I think we've got a really strong pitching staff as a whole. The additions of those new pitchers, the bullpen, everything just looked like was well put together. And then the offensive lineup. We had Humber, who we got from season 1. Mateo, we had Dingler. You know, the bench looks strong. And then you look at this lineup. Cruz, Torkelson, Rodriguez, Gorman, Ted Becker, who was I think he was our very first pick in the series or the rebuild. Oof, the team was looking good. I mean, look at this. First rank, and here we go. Won the division, 100 plus wins. Oof. And I'm sorry that we have to do this post-com. I hate that I have to do this post-com. So obviously I know what happens. I know where we're going to finish the season. But like you can see, we had a crazy good team. We had good pitching, good offensive lineup. You know, the league leader, George Gonzalez. I was not expecting that at all. Of all the pitchers, that was like one of the least like likely pitchers I had in my mind that was going to win an award. You guys can see Rookie of the Year for Navar, who's got like 80 plus power for both sides. So he looks like he could be a beast in the future, even though he is 25 already. And there's the rest of the awards on screen. But George Gonzalez, you know, Sammy was in the mix too. Like we actually had some really good pitchers and really good offensive players. And I felt like throughout this whole rebuild, we did get a little unlucky. I'm not going to lie. I felt like we got a little unlucky with just some performances, and then, you know, in the postseason, I felt like we just didn't do well. I felt like a lot of the players, I don't know, maybe the jitters, or they just got a little nervous. Something happened where they just weren't good enough. I don't know what happened. I really don't. But you guys can see we make a change with the roster for the postseason. Hampton didn't pitch all year. What's the point of calling him up? Especially when Santiago pitched all season. Might as well keep him with the roster. But here's you guys can see, Chance Waylock is looking really good. Like I said, I think that was a really good move to the bullpen for him. And as a whole, I'm really liking this bullpen. I thought this was really good. Bruzdar was a great addition. You know, that closer we got that we stole from the Phillies ends up being like one of the craziest relievers we've probably ever had. He has over 300 saves, and he was like, what, 26? That's insane. Bitsko wasn't that great. Also, his player picture looks a little wonky. But Kearns ends up being the worst pickup I've ever seen. And then George Gonzalez was a Cy Young won the Cy Young. So I figured let's move the rotation around a little bit. Let's get it looking right. Let's take a look at the offensive lineup. And I mean, you take a look at this team. There's offensive threats everywhere. I don't know why Humber only got 7 at-bats. He definitely deserved more. Who got Milo Horner? This was a guy that we drafted kind of, I think, season 4. Man, he looked season 4 or season 5. He looked really good. Definitely a player for the future. But our bench was okay. It wasn't great. You know, Humber was decent. Reyes was okay. Mateo, for some reason, isn't good, even though you look at those contact, the vision, the discipline, not bad. And then Dingler, and then you look at our standard lineup. Boy, is it strong. Our leadoff guy versus righties has 100 plus RBIs. Torkelson with 26 homers. Julio Rodriguez with almost 40 home runs. Gorman with almost 40 home runs. This team was so good. Ted Becker, not a huge power guy, but he definitely delivered when we needed him to. Campos, a little bit of a late bloomer, but definitely got the job done. I'm really liking the team. I thought Alec Thomas was a good addition for this last season, mostly because our outfielders really didn't develop well. You know, the center fielder, oh, I'm forgetting his name already, but like Daz Cameron and the other one that we had, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. They just weren't developing like I wanted them to, and unfortunately we just couldn't get them in the team. I feel bad for forgetting that center fielder's name now, but they just weren't doing well, and we had to, you know, now take on the Angels. Final series of this rebuild. We get swept. And I'm like, are you kidding me? How are we getting swept that easily? That was super disappointing. And I looked at the team once more just to kind of get an idea of what the RBIs and everything were looking like. Torkelson, a little low on the RBIs, but then I remembered that he was on the leadoff guy versus lefties. And then I kind of looked at like the rest of the lineup, and like most of the guys were like up in the 90s plus for RBIs. So where was that run production in the postseason? We only scored 4 runs in 3 games. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. So sadly, I did take a look to see if we could see the season totals for runs or RBIs, because I wanted to see where we were at, but it was only the playoff numbers. And unfortunately, that's where it ends. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, guys, let me know in the comment section who you want to see next. That's about it, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.